Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about lions. This episode was a fan request, so thank you, Elia, for the suggestion. I hope you enjoy it. Now, as always, before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. There's a common idea that male lions are the somewhat lazy king of the jungle. In wildlife documentaries, we often see the male lion sleeping all day while the lionesses do absolutely all the hunting and the hard work. What do you think? Is this lazy male lion stereotype an actual fact or a misunderstanding of pride dynamics? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is hypercarnivore. That's hypercarnivore. A hypercarnivore is an animal whose diet consists of more than 70% meat. While many animals like bears or dogs are omnivores and can survive on a mix of plants and meat, lions are obligate hypercarnivores. This means their bodies are designed to consume, digest, and thrive almost exclusively on the flesh of other animals. The word hypercarnivore is actually a mashup of ancient languages. It combines the Greek prefix hyper, meaning over or above, with the Latin words caro, meaning flesh, and vorare, meaning to devour. So, quite literally, a hypercarnivore is an extreme flesh devourer. This classification is why lions require such massive territories. They need an area that will support high populations of prey to fuel their massive appetites. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about lions. Number 1. A lion's roar can be heard from 5 miles or 8 kilometers away. The anatomy of a lion's larynx and hyoid apparatus allows it to produce low-frequency acoustic signals. The hyoid is a U-shaped bone situated in the neck that supports the tongue and larynx. In your standard house cat, this bone is rigid, allowing them to purr but preventing them from making loud noises. In lions, tigers, and other big cats, though, a portion of this hyoid structure is made of flexible, elastic cartilage. But the difference isn't just in the bone. The lion's vocal cords are different too. Most animals have triangular vocal cords, but lions have square vocal folds that stabilize the air column. This enables the vocal cords to vibrate efficiently at lower air pressures. As a result, a single vocalization can reach a volume of 114 decibels, which is about the same noise level as a jet taking off. Lions use this massive roar primarily for territorial defense and pride organization. A single pride territory can cover up to 100 square miles or 260 square kilometers. The long-distance roar warns rival males to stay away from the established boundary lines. It also assists separated pride members in locating one another across open terrain. Number 2. Lionesses use precise tactical positioning and do about 85 to 90% of the pride's hunting. Female lions act as the primary food providers for the group. They hunt in coordinated teams where individual members occupy specific tactical roles. Wing positions herd the target prey toward the center, while center positions execute the final ambush. Lionesses will stalk within 30 yards of their target before initiating the final sprint, and that sprint is fast. They can reach speeds up to 50 miles an hour or 80 kilometers an hour in short bursts. While the females do the majority of the hunting, dominant pride males get first access to the meat. An adult male lion can eat up to 70 pounds or 32 kilograms of meat in a single feeding session. That's about 15% of their total body weight. Then, once the males finish eating, the lionesses and the cubs get to consume the remaining portions. Number 3. A lion's night vision is about 6 times better than a human's due to a reflective layer in their eyes. A lion's eyes are built for night vision. A specialized layer behind the retina called the tapetum lucidum reflects light back through the eye cells. This process gives the retinal cells a second opportunity to absorb available photons. Additionally, a horizontal strip of white fur located directly beneath each eye reflects the minimal ambient light upward toward the pupil. This superior night vision gives lions a distinct advantage over their prey. Herbivores like wildebeests, zebras, and impalas have poor night vision. Research indicates that lions are twice as successful hunting during dark, moonless nights compared to when the moon is out and bright. That's why prides do the majority of their predatory operations between midnight and dawn. Number 4. Lions spend up to 20 hours a day resting or sleeping to digest food and conserve energy. Lions manage their internal body temperature and energy reserves through extended periods of physical inactivity. Because lions don't have sweat glands distributed across their skin, they can't cool themselves efficiently through perspiration. Instead, they pant to release heat and seek shade during peak daylight hours. In environments where temperatures regularly exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius, limiting movement helps prevent dehydration. And on the topic of their hydration, while they'll gladly drink from rivers and waterholes every day if given the chance, they can actually survive up to 4 or 5 days without direct access to water. And part of their success in avoiding dehydration is their hypercarnivore diet. They take in a lot of fluids from their prey. And sleep also plays an essential metabolic role in digesting massive quantities of animal protein. The feline digestive system requires substantial metabolic energy to break down raw meat and bones. By remaining still for 20 hours a day, lions lower their baseline caloric requirements, and this allows them to survive for several days between successful hunts. And our 5th and final fun fact for today, a lion's tongue is incredibly rough. If you've ever felt the sandpaper-like lick of a house cat, multiply that by about 100. A lion's tongue could lick the paint off your walls. The lion's tongue is covered in tiny backward-pointing spikes called pupillae. These spikes are made of keratin, the same rigid protein that makes up human fingernails, horse hooves, and rhino horns. The extreme roughness of their tongue is important to help them make the most out of every meal. The pupillae act as a specialized rasping tool, allowing the lion to cleanly scrape every last morsel of meat off the bones of their prey. Not only does this maximize their caloric intake, but they also use these heavy-duty tongues to groom their thick fur, combing out dirt, blood, and parasites. Now for some news you can use. If you want to snap the ultimate magazine-worthy photograph of a lion, you need to set your alarm clock early. The biggest trick in wildlife photography is taking advantage of the so-called golden hour, that magical window of time just after sunrise or just before sunset. In order to keep themselves cool and digest their food, lions sleep most of the day, and let's face it, a sleeping lion is a boring picture. A nighttime photo can be hard to snap because, well, photography requires light. Photo literally means light. But lions are highly active during twilight hours. That's when you're much more likely to catch them playing, grooming, or patrolling rather than just sleeping in the grass. Also, the low angle of the sun during the golden hour at sunrise acts as a natural studio light. It eliminates the harsh, dark shadows and makes the lion's golden coat absolutely glow against the savanna backdrop. So avoid the midday glare, grab a cup of coffee, and get your camera ready at dawn. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, are male lions really just lazy freeloaders relying on the lionesses to do all the hard work? This one's a fallacy. It's kind of an unfair stereotype. While it's true that females handle the vast majority of routine daytime hunting, the male lions are far from lazy. It's really more of just a practical division of labor. Because males possess dense, heavy manes, they overheat quickly and stand out like a sore thumb in the daylight. When they do hunt, they usually do it at night or in dense vegetation where their manes aren't a hindrance. Also, their immense size and strength are crucial when the pride needs to take down massive and dangerous prey like African buffalo or young elephants. Most importantly, though, the male's primary job isn't catching dinner, it's security. They spend their energy patrolling the borders of their massive territory and fighting off rivals to protect the pride's cubs. So while they might sleep a lot, they're resting up for some incredibly hard work. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about lions with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.